Good morning, everybody. So, I am currently getting packed because Hudson and I are about to check into the hospital for 3 days. So, we're going to do a sleep and settle program. Hudson's 5.5 months. I did this sleep and settle program with Harley when Harley was 12 months old, and it was probably a little bit too late for Harley. So, I got onto it early with Hudson and called last week and got a spot, which was amazing because we waited on the wait list for Harley for like maybe 5 months just to be able to get into something like this. So I'm really excited, and I'm going to take you guys along on our journey. We're in there for 3 nights. It's currently Sunday, so we'll be in there until Wednesday morning. And yeah, I'm just packing my bags right now. So I've got Hudson's bag with all of his clothes, got my bag with all my goodies to keep me entertained, and my clothes. And yeah, it should be a fun 3 days. So the sleep and settle program, as I say, I did it with Harley, and I learned a lot of great skills with Harley. And he currently, and has since he was 12 months old now, slept through the night 12 hours every night without fail. It's amazing. And I do have the skills and I know what's needed to be able to get to that point, but I just don't feel comfortable doing it by myself at home. Whereas when you're in an environment that's what you're focused on, you just, I don't know, you get reassured that the crying or anything that they need, you just get a little bit of help. So it makes me feel much more comfortable to be able to go and do it at the hospital. So I'm going to check in today. I'm going to take you along on this journey with me, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. And mums out there, if you have an unsettled baby, irritable baby they call it, then please hit me up, ask me any questions. I would be totally happy to help. I would highly, highly recommend these programs to any mum out there. Even if your baby is good and sleeps, through the night, wakes up for 1 or 2 bottles, it's just really great to have those independent sleep skills. We don't, as babies, we come into this world and we get rocked and we get patted and we get shushed and we get a dummy. We get given all these props to help us sleep, so we never actually learn these independent sleep skills, which are really important. So I do believe it's the best gift that you can not only give yourself but give your child, to be able to learn and love to sleep. Because who doesn't love to sleep? Like, honestly. Kids, for some reason, they just think they don't have to sleep. But adults, we love sleeping. So let's give them that gift early and teach them how important sleep is. And even now, after Harley's done that program, it gets to 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. He has his dinner, he has his bath, he gets his milk, and he says, okay, night, and walks to bed and lays himself in bed, which is amazing. There's no battling him to go to bed, so it's really cool. So yeah, come along on this journey with us and it should be fun. So some quick information about Hudson and why we're doing this program. So Hudson is exactly the same as Harley. We've gotten to a point now where his night feeds are a comfort feed, and I know that he can totally go the full night without needing a bottle, but he just wakes up and he can't connect those sleep cycles. So what he does is he'll cry, and to get him back to sleep, I have to get up, make him a bottle, give him a bottle, and he'll use that bottle as his prop to get back to sleep. So as I say, we got to the same point with Harley. Next thing you know, Harley's 1-year-old still waking up for night feeds, which is unnecessary. So I think they say between 4 and 6 months is when you can start to drop their night feeds. So Hudson's 5.5 months now, and I know I'm comfortable within myself that he doesn't need those night feeds. If he knows that bedtime is bedtime, so we have a full feed at bedtime and that will get us through to the morning, then I'm confident that that's what he can do. So that's what we're going for, basically. And also Hudson has a dummy. Harley didn't have a dummy at this age. For some reason, Harley just wasn't interested in a dummy, but Hudson is a little dummy boy. So he, hopefully my aim by the end of this 3 days is to have given up that dummy. And I think the only way we're going to do that is by going cold turkey. So hence why I need a little bit of help and reassurance by going to hospital and getting the help of some professionals. I just don't have it in me to let him cry it out or whatever we need to do. So we need to drop those 2 sleep props from Hudson, so his dummy and his night feeds. And then by the end of the 3 days, I'm sure he'll be comfortable. And I think the most important thing I know that they're going to tell me is his nighttime routine. So we're really going to have to be aware of that and stick with it every night, so that that's his cue that we have dinner. Well, he's not really on solids yet, but we'll start that very soon. We have dinner, we have a bath, and we have a bottle, and then we go to bed. So yeah, I'm really excited to do this program with him. I think it's going to be amazing. And yeah. So I'm just going to show you what's in my bags. So Hudson's bag here, he's got just a bunch of clothes for the stay, some pajamas. I need to add a sleep suit. I don't need nappies or wipes because the hospital provide those, which is really good. For me, I've got my laptop, I've got my AirPods, totally necessary. And then I'm going to throw a book in there so that I've got plenty of entertainment when he's sleeping. And then in here, I've just got a bunch of clothes, pajamas, my makeup, some comfy socks, just comfy clothes for the hospital basically. Yeah. Okay, so this is my book of choice for my hospital stay, The Hormone Shift. My mum actually just bought this for me for my Christmas. So, and when she bought it for me, I laughed at her like, Mum, I've got 2 kids. When the heck am I going to get time to read a book? So here we are. I'm going to have 3 days. Hopefully I get some downtime. And I get to read my book. So this book just came out, The Hormone Shift, and it is by a doctor and also a foreword by Gwyneth Paltrow. And I think it's just about basically the hormone shift in women. So everything, every stage that we go through. So I'm really excited to read that on my stay. And here we are. Here's the man of the hour. Good morning. Hello. Are you ready to go to sleep school? What are you doing? Hey? You ready to go to sleep school? Yes, you're very cute. Yes, you are, aren't you? Shall we go to the hospital and go to sleep school? We're going to miss your older brother, aren't we? Yeah. Yes, we are. You're very handsome. And nummy, nummy, nummy. All right, let's get you up. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning, my little honey. Say hello, everybody. We're going to sleep school, and my mom is gonna get me to go to sleep for 12 hours every night. Yes, she is, because she needs her sleep. Every mommy needs their sleep. Yay!
Dummy.
You guys playing? Can you give it to Hudson?
Drop.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What?
Good dummy.
Night. Night. Daddy.
What are you doing, Hudson? Oh, you got your teddies. You know that's Hudson's dummy, that's not yours. Okay, we just checked into our room. This is actually my room, so we're in the pediatric ward. I get a really beautiful single bed, so nice. And Hudson's room is just down the hallway around the corner. So I'll show you around to give you a little tour. So in here is my bathroom. Gorgeous. And that's it, that's me. And yeah, Hudson's down the hallway in his own little room with a cot. Hey. So basically what's happening is it's midday now, so he's just about due to have some lunch and then he'll go down for a nap. And so the nurses have said for the first little bit they'll do the settling and they'll watch him and watch how he falls asleep. Tonight I just need to do his bedtime routine with him, bath him, get him ready for bed, pop him down to bed, and then they said I'm welcome to go home and get a full night's rest, which is lovely. I think I might do that instead of staying in this bed because it doesn't look that great. So they'll do everything tonight. They'll do the settling tonight when he wakes up, and then they ask that I come back early tomorrow, and tomorrow morning we will, they'll go through everything with me and then ask that I start getting more involved with the settling if it's needed, and yeah, just talk through things. So we're about to have some lunch. One thing that the nurses did say earlier was, now that we are 6 months old nearly, we need to start getting better with our solids, because that is what is going to fill us up and help us sleep longer at night time. Yum! Yes, that's quite nummies, isn't it? Yeah. Isn't that yum? And this guy just loves to spit out his food. Good boy. Oh, just spat that everywhere, so that was nice. He's like, that's better, Mum. That's what I wanted the whole time, and you weren't listening to me. We haven't really started solids yet, like properly with Hudson. So like the breakfast, lunch and dinner, we've tried within the last week a couple of little things like the apple puree and the banana purees, but not a whole lot. So it's something we're slowly going to have to introduce. And he's woken up hungry, so bottles it is. The nurses want me to try and give him more meals because that's going to help him get full. But I guess we don't need to shove it down your throat, do we? We just need to do little bits and pieces. Yeah. And anything's better than nothing at this stage. So Hudson has just had his first nap, his midday nap that he always has, but his first nap where the nurses actually just take him and I don't do anything for it. So I just sat here on my computer and just chilled out. It was nice to have some chill time for a minute. He's here. And so the aim obviously for this week, like I said, is to get rid of his dummy. So the nurses said for the first couple of times we can give him his dummy to settle him if he feels like he needs it, if they feel like he needs it. But by the end of it, we'll be completely done with it. So this time he just went down for a nap. He had a great lunch, which was good. They encouraged us to take lots of solids and get started, on solids. So he had a good lunch, went down for a nap, and he grizzled for a little bit. So the lady went in there, put his dummy in, and then let him settle himself with his dummy, and then took the dummy out while he was still awake. And then he cried again for a little bit, and then he fell asleep by himself. So that's great. That was awesome. That the key is not to let them to fall asleep with the dummy in their mouth, but settling themselves with the dummy is okay. So yeah, that's nap 1 done. We've got an afternoon nap to go. It's currently 2:30 and he naps around 3:30, 4 o'clock. So we'll just hang out for a little bit and play around. There's a kids room down the corridor, so we might head to the kids room and play with the toys. Get some good stimulation going with this little guy. Okay, so Hudson and I just escaped. He's here on the bed, just chilling. It's so much colder in here. I totally forgot how cold hospitals are. So we just went home. I actually already bought a jumper, but I figured for Hudson tonight we're going to need some warm clothes, pajamas. So we just went home and got him just some singlets to put underneath his onesies, just to layer up while we're in here. Hey, keep you nice and warm. And it's crazy because it's so hot outside. It's like 34 degrees or something ridiculous outside today. And then as soon as you come in here, it's freezing cold. So this is where we'll be for the next couple of days, cooped up inside the icicle. Hey. Yes. Hey, you're very handsome. What do you think? What's your thoughts about being here, Hudson? Do you like it? So I brought my own blanket, my own cuddly soft blanket here from home, and my own pillow because just to make it more comfy tonight. Good morning. Yeah. So Hudson just woke up. It is, what's the time? 7:30 a.m. Well, he woke up about 20 minutes ago. And we're just having some porridge for breakfast. He's not too stoked on the porridge, but that's okay. I have bacon and eggs and a coffee to start my day. So the nurses said they let me sleep by myself last night, as in like they don't come and disturb me. So I got a full night's sleep. Oh, it was so good. And after we did our bedtime routine, I was also allowed to go out last night and go and do whatever I wanted to do, and they would take care of him. Yeah. So I went and had dinner with my sister just down the road. It was so nice, and we just had a bit of a girls' night, had a couple of cocktails, and just came back and had a full night's sleep. It was beautiful. So they said that Hudson woke at around... Wipe. Let's have a little spew. So they said that he woke around 4 a.m. and which is amazing, typical. We're here and he's like been such a good boy, like, oh, butter wouldn't melt in my mouth. So he woke around 4 and the ladies gave him his dummy and gave him a little pat and he fell back asleep. So that was good, and then he woke again at 5, and so they got him up, gave him a bottle, and he smashed a whole bottle, and then he went back to sleep until 7. So he's a good little boy. Interesting, when I got back from dinner last night, I spoke with the nurses about the dummy, and I said, while I'm in here, the dummy is something I want to go cold turkey on, or whatever we need to do. But they had a really interesting perspective about it, and the dummy is not necessarily a bad thing if he's just using it for comfort. Like, every baby has a different comfort item. Some babies have bottles, and I know Harley still likes his bottle right before he goes to bed, and that's obviously his comfort thing. And some babies like dummies. So maybe after all this we might keep the dummy. We'll just see how we go. But they said obviously there's a time and place for a dummy, right? So when we're up and we're playing with our toys, we don't need our dummy. But if we're going to go to sleep and we need our dummy to comfort and settle us, then that's totally appropriate. So that was really reassuring. And potentially we might keep the dummy. We'll just see how we go, I guess, and do all the naps today and see how all of his naps go. Would you like to try some fruit puree? So yeah, so we're just having some breakfast right now, seeing what I can get into this guy. I'm glad I don't cook this because I would be very offended. I would be very offended. Yeah, if you spat it out like that and said, oh, yuck, mummy. Yeah. What do you think? Get a little bit more. You're a funny boy, aren't you? It's not too bad, isn't it? Good boy, not too bad. Yeah. You got it on your chin. So yeah, I'm gonna eat my breakfast. We'll go and play with some toys. Get stimulated. It's really hard when you're like in an environment like this because obviously we're here. I don't have the distraction of Harley, so Hudson is my, like, he's got my 100% focus and attention. So obviously I'm getting his routines right. You know, I understand his tired cues. I've put him to bed and to nap perfectly on time every time so far. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. So when I'm here, he's going to sleep good because our routines are perfect. But when we're at home, it's obviously a lot harder because I've got, Harley, and he needs dinner and he needs a bath, and, he needs the things that he needs. He needs a new nappy or whatever it may be. So if Hudson's crying, it's like, okay, just 10 more minutes, Hudson, I'll be there in a minute. Whereas here, it's like, right, you crying? What do we need? So anyway, we'll see how today goes. So we just escaped hospital just to go for a little walk and get some fresh air for the mama and the baby. It's nice to be outside. Hey. So we actually just had the paediatrician come and visit us, and he was the paediatrician that delivered Hudson, or not delivered Hudson, but was there when Hudson was born, and put him into the nursery because he had some troubles breathing. So he's lovely, we have a great relationship with him. So we saw him and just spoke about the dummy, and his opinion on the dummy is, no, we just need to get rid of it and go cold turkey on it. So it's really hard when you come to places and everybody's got conflicting opinions on everything, but obviously I wanted to come into this and get rid of the dummy because, I know that it can be a problem, and our doctor as well is under the same opinion. So he reckons that we need to get rid of it because if we don't, then it could become an issue and he could still wake up in the night. Instead of looking for a bottle, he'll be looking for his dummy. So yeah, see how we go. Okay, so I'm back at the room. Hudson's asleep. He's been asleep since, what's the time now? 2 o'clock. He's been asleep since just before 12, so about 11:45, which is a massive nap. And then he woke up about 20 minutes to half an hour into his nap, and if we were at home, I would put his dummy in or get him up and be like, okay, that's it, your nap's done. So the nurse came in and was like, hey, he's awake, he's crying, what do you want to do? Do you want to give him his dummy? Do you want to try and pat him? I can tell that he's not ready to get up because he was on his stomach because he loves sleeping on his stomach. So he was laying down and his head was like still laying down, and he wasn't like up and about and looking around. He was just grumpy, kind of laying down, which was a really good little tip that I got, that he didn't look like he was ready to get up. So she said, you can go in there, you can pat his bum, but you need to make a decision on what you want to do with the dummy. So I went in there and he was pretty hysterical. So I gave him a couple of bum pats and tried to calm him down. He had tears rolling down his face. I couldn't calm him. And basically, after a couple of minutes, I just put his dummy in, put his dummy back in his mouth, and he fell straight back asleep. So I don't know, it's a really hard one with the dummy because I just don't want to, like, I'm here, I may as well take the opportunity while I can to stop bad habits, but at the same point in time, like, if the gold nugget that I've got from this week is that he does need a dummy and we're just going to use it to settle him and get him to sleep, then maybe that's fine. I definitely don't want him to be having nighttime feeds, so they said that last night he didn't have his nighttime feed, which is great. So yeah, we just gotta, I don't know. I don't want to be in here and feel like I'm wasting my time. I'd feel like with Harley, when we did the sleep school, it was a lot better. Like, the ladies and the nurses were more informative. Where here they're like, oh yeah, whatever you want to do. And I'm like, no, that's why I'm here, so you can help. I could have done this at home. So anyway, we'll see what happens. I'm just going to trust my motherly instincts, but yeah. Anyway, see how we go. Yeah. So it's currently 2:30 and Hudson has been asleep since just before 12. So I've come into his room and I've opened up the blinds, and then hopefully we can slowly get him to wake up, because although sleeping baby is a good baby, we don't want to interfere with his afternoon nap, because then we're just going to throw the whole day out. So that's fun. So hopefully he wakes up soon. It's just these shutters here that I just opened. So see how we go. You know you've had a good nap when you wake up with lines all over your face. Come on in. I'm gonna wake up. Hello. You've had a big sleep. Hey, you're knackered. You're gonna be ready to run a marathon after that sleep, aren't you? Hello, what are you doing? You've been cheeky. You've been cheeky. Hello, yes. Are you in the jail? Should we get you out of the jail now? Say, let me out, mummy, I'm ready to play. Does that feel better to have a nice sleep? Yeah. Good morning, handsome man. Okay, so we are awake. Say hello, everybody. Yes. That was a big nap. He had like 3 hours. That was insane. You know you've had a good nap when you wake up with marks on your face. Hey, Hudson. Yeah. So, we're going to have a fresh nappy right now. Give him a nappy, give him a bottle, and then I think we'll just get out the house. We're just on the phone with Harley. Daniel needs me to entertain him while he's gone into the shop. And he's in the car. Feeding Hudson. Harley, can you sing me your ABCs?
No.
No? Do you want mummy to sing them?
A, B,
Go. A, B, C, D.
E, F, G,
Yep, keep going.
keep going.
Keep going. H, I, J, K. You doing a poo? You doing a poo? Mum life. Can you sing Twinkle Twinkle?
Twinkle, twinkle, little light, 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 twinkle, little star,
Yeah.
flower,
Good boy. Oh, down by the station.
and the moon is A, B, C, D, no, it's
It's very.
Mommy,
Yeah,
Hudson,
yeah, Hudson's here. Can you sing what about Rain, Rain, Go Away?
rain, rain, go away, rain, rain, go away, rain, rain, rain.
Come again another day. Little Harley wants to play.
Rain, rain, go away. Rain, rain, go away. Rain, rain, go away. Rain, rain,
We good?
go away.
Oh yeah, we've been singing. Can you count to 10, Harley?
1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Mhm. Yay. Ready? Right. You hold on. Okay. Walk. Take a step. Take a step. Okay. Good boy.
Hello.
You can do it. Okay. Yay. Good boy. Yay.
I'm a yellow bird.
Yeah. Say good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's the morning. Hudson, what's the time now? It's 8:30, so we've just gotten up and done our thing this morning. I forgot to film, but Hudson woke up at 7:30, and the nurses came in to me and said that last night around 9 o'clock he was stirring a little bit, but they didn't want to come and annoy me, so they just let him be, put his dummy back in, and he settled himself, and then he stirred again around 11. So they gave him a dream feed. I thought we were coming here to get rid of our feeds, but anyway, that's okay. So they gave him a feed, and it's just so hard because all the nurses, like, and I'm speaking to Daniel, and Daniel's like, just tell them that you don't want to do that, but like all the nurses are so different. And so they all have got their own opinions. Some nurses, you know, the nurse came in this morning and she's fresh on her shift and I haven't seen her since Sunday. She's like, right, how are we going? I'm like, yeah, we've still got the dummy, and they gave him a night feed. She's like, oh, that's weird. And I'm like, I don't know. It's just so different, this experience, to what it was with Harley. But at the same point in time, Hudson's a lot younger. So they did have a good point this morning that because he's only just kind of starting out with solids, his belly is still got milk, which is way easier to digest, and it digests a lot quicker. So that means that he's going to get hungrier quicker, I guess. So they gave him the dream feed around 11 o'clock last night, and he slept all the way till 7:30 this morning. So I guess that's not that bad at all. So I don't know what to do today. I'm about to put him down for his morning nap, and I'm debating whether I just go home because I feel comfortable enough that his sleeping's fine. It was just more so the dummy and the bottle, but I think I've got the tips that I needed when it comes to the dummy and the bottle, and now I know with the dummy, as long as we use it appropriately, and that's just to settle and get him to sleep, and that bottle, maybe we just need to make sure we do a little top up before I go to bed just to get him through the night while he's still not 100% on solids. And the more we introduce solids, then that will slowly stop because he's going to naturally be fuller. So yeah, what do you think, Hudson? What would you like to do? Would you like to go home? I don't think he matters. I don't think he cares. But yeah, I'm just going to go and put him down for a nap now and come back. And knowing me, I'll probably just pack up and go because I can think of so much stuff I could be getting done today. And Daniel's gone to work, and Pam, Daniel's mum, is looking after Harley all day today for the full day. So I'm kind of like, well, if I'm tossing up if I don't need to be here, and Pam's got Harley all day today, maybe I could just go and get stuff done. Like I can go to the supermarket and get little bits done that I need to do, because it's way easier when I've just got Hudson versus when I've got Harley as well. So yeah, mum life. We'll check back in shortly. Alright, so we're on day 3 now. Hudson has just gone down for a nap. They have given me his monitor and said from here on in, it's up to me to monitor him. So I've just made the decision that I feel like I can do this from home. So I've packed my bags and we're going to go home today. So yeah, I'm still really glad that we came to this program because I feel like it's been good to get into a bit of a routine and just have no distractions, just Hudson and I can really focus on his tired cues. I've learnt as well now his tired cues, so they're definitely rubbing his eyes and just getting cranky and irritable, and he just gets like, he doesn't want to sit, he doesn't want to stand, he doesn't want to lay, he doesn't want to do anything when he gets tired. So I just think when we get home I need to pay attention to those more. Up until now, it's kind of just been survival since he was born. He's come into the world. I've got Harley, I've got Hudson, I've got them both full time. We don't have kindy or daycare. So yeah, we've just been surviving. And I haven't really like connected and really tuned into his tired cues. So I'm really grateful that I've been able to be here for 3 days, no distractions, and be like, okay, cool, this is what it means. When he wakes up in the morning, I now know that he can only last about an hour to an hour and a half before he wants his first nap again. And then after his first nap, he's good to be up for a couple of hours. So that's a really good takeaway. What else? I've learnt 2 golden nuggets, and my husband, he's so funny, he says you'll go to something like this and they'll tell you all this information, and this goes for anything in life, and you'll just get 2 key takeaways, and that's all you need. If you get your 2 golden nuggets, you've got those, that's what we need, let's move on. So my 2 golden nuggets are the dummy is totally okay to be used as long as it's used appropriately, and we use it just to settle him to sleep, and we don't use it during the day when he's up about and playing or whatever. It's just when he's in his cot, he gets his dummy and that's it. And then my second takeaway is the food, so the feeding him. I wanted to get rid of that nighttime bottle, and I'm just going to see how I go, but I really think it's important for me, if I want to get rid of his nighttime bottles, that I need to focus on his solids. So we need to get more food into him throughout the day, because that's what's going to fill his belly up to be able to get him longer stretches at night. And I know the same's for Harley. Like, he's 2 years old now, he still has a bottle to go to bed because that's his comfort thing. But if he doesn't get enough food during the day, like, he'll smash that bottle and then he'll want another one. And so I need to be aware that we need to get food into them. So that's good. 2 key takeaways. Those are my things. I would still highly recommend these programs to mums. I'd probably, if I could have now, waited a little bit longer. So maybe another month or 2 months until Hudson got more solids and was onto solids more, just to see how it kind of panned out, and if there was issues then once we introduced solids, then I'd probably bring him into something like this. But I'm still glad I did it. I've still learnt those key bits. So yeah, I'd recommend it. We've done it. We're at a private hospital. You can get referred by your GP or pediatricians, and we're fortunate enough to have private health insurance, so that just covered the whole cost of the program, which is amazing. So we had no out-of-pocket costs or anything. And basically, I've had a 2-night, 3-day holiday in hospital with no one annoying me. And I'm secretly missing Harley and Daniel, so I think it'd be nice to get home today. Daniel's mum, as I say earlier, is actually looking after Harley today, so I'm going to take the opportunity to go to the grocery store as soon as I leave here and just get some things done that I need to get done, which is going to be perfect while she's looking after Harley. And then I'll go home this afternoon and we'll cook dinner and we'll have a nice family dinner and we'll be back into it for the week. So yeah, thank you for coming along on our journey. If you have any questions whatsoever, I'm totally happy to answer them. And as I say, I would highly recommend this if you've got an irritable baby, a baby that just can't sleep, or you're stuck with the night feeds still 12 months down the track, or 6, 7, 8 months down the track, then get onto one of these programs. And it's nice just to have a little holiday. Shh, don't tell your husband. Bye.